So you're going to work on your anger for a month, and you're not going to be perfect, and you're going to mess up. And one of the ways back to reconnect with people when we mess up is to apologize. And I love apologies. They are so hard. In fact, when I was growing up, we didn't apologize in our house ever. Like, it wasn't until I was married that I realized I never, ever, ever said, I'm sorry, and I did this. So I wanted to offer some amazing breakthrough information on apologies. I have a really good friend named Dr. Jennifer Thomas, and she wrote a book with Dr. Gary Chapman originally called The 5 Languages of Apology. If that sounds a little familiar, it's because Gary Chapman wrote the 5 love languages, and he and Jen teamed up and they wrote a book that is completely revolutionary, and I think goes hand in hand with every relationship and self-help book in the world. And I told Jen, she and I are friends, we go hiking, we hang out, we text, and I keep telling her that I am going to bring her information wherever I go, because there is no other human way to reconnect where people get that there's been a violation of some sort and somebody's hurt. We don't, in the humanity of all humanities, we don't have another tool that says, how do we bridge this gap? I mean, we can let it go, but there's a gap that's still hurt. People are still hurt. Something's been done. And so what's beautiful about apologies is it acknowledges that the other person's hurt, that maybe something's happened. And Jen and Dr. Chapman have kind of listed it out because they have over 40,000 questionnaires that were out where they got information on how people most want to hear, I'm sorry, right? Ultimately, Jen did a TED Talk, so you can always look her up as well. But this section of what I'm going to present to you is their material. I have permission to share it. It's a tiny, tiny bit of what they offer in their book, When Sorry Isn't Enough. But here's why I'm going to share it. We're going to model this for our kids. I know when you're angry and you're trying to work on yourself and everything falls on you for responsibility, the last thing you really want is to absolutely go ahead and apologize to somebody. It can gall some of us to no end to have to do that. But I ask you to do this for 30 days. 30 days of apologies, and see what happens. See what happens when you go first and be the one to just say, I'm sorry. Because ultimately you can lay your head on the pillow at night and say, I did everything I could. And here we go. We're going to express regret. I'm sorry. Sometimes just hearing the words, I'm sorry, is like, you get it. You get that something happened. Like, it may not be all your fault, but thank you for acknowledging that I'm hurt. Second, accepting responsibility. Just hearing, I was wrong. I did this to you. I was wrong. The third one, making restitution. What can I do to make it right? So I did something to you, and there's a way that you would like for me to help heal this, and I will do it. What would that be, right? So I have kind of in my own life just traded it out, and my words for this are, okay, I want to make it right. Or I can't fix this, but I want to help, or I want to address it. What can I do for you? And that's been very powerful. Genuinely repenting, just saying, I will try to not do that again. Acknowledging, I'm going to work on this. I get that this hurts you, it bothers you, it's affected you in some way. I want to not hurt you again, and I'm going to try to change. Have patience with me. I think it's not going to be fast, but I get it, and I'm going to work on it. And then the last one, will you please forgive me? Will you please forgive me? The trick is, in their book and on their websites, everybody has their own apology language. Everybody has what they kind of most want to hear, which means I have a language. There are things in here that I love to hear. You have an apology language. What do you most want to hear? Your kids have apology languages that just makes them be like, oh, we're okay, Mom. Thank you for saying that, right? So it's incredibly powerful. What I have done, although I know my language, and I think I have some suspicions on my son's language and things like that, when I have to apologize to people, I don't always know their language. So here's a little bit about what I do that is genuine and from the heart. I don't use these as manipulative because I can't. I'm going to do in my own, for my own self, what I feel is right. And when I am truly sorry, I'm going to express that. How that lands, how that sounds, what they do with it. It may not mend the relationship. I have had broken friendships and have used a lot of these from my heart, and it has fallen flat for whatever reason, and I can't make everything better, but I can lay my head on the pillow at night. So here's what I do, because I don't know everybody's languages. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I was really wrong. What can I do to make this right? I swear I'm going to work on it and not do this again. Will you please forgive me? Because I don't know what they need to hear, but if I can kind of use a lot of them legitimately, then something's going to land. And almost always what happens is they're going to respond in one of these languages back. So I'm going to say almost all of that, and what I'm going to hear back is, well, I really don't want you to ever do that again. Okay, so then I know that's the language. Like I said, it's not a fix-it-all. It's not a Band-Aid. And I want you to truly never, ever, ever use it to be manipulative, but to be able to dig deep in your heart, to reach out, especially with your kids. Because here's what happens. When we model this for our kids and they receive this apology, they no longer feel shame or guilt over doing stuff wrong, because they're like, you know what? Even if I do something wrong or bad, there's a way back. It's amazing. So when we model, okay, we've yelled and we need a way back into our kids' hearts, and we are trying to get back, and we don't beat ourselves up over this, and we truly go to them and they receive us, it's incredibly healing. And then we've modeled for them. I would love to see a generation of kids who know how to apologize, who know how to say, you know what, I did that. I don't want to do that again. What needs to happen here? With no emotional shame and guilt and baggage around all this. That's revolutionary. It's kind of consciousness, and it's awareness, and it's healing. And I think we heal each other because we're like, oh, you didn't really like crumble in the corner because you did something. You're like, no, I'm really sorry. Let's move on. So move on. Give this to yourself. Model this to your kids. Whatever needs to happen. And then forgiveness is its own, is its own deal that we have to do for ourselves. But forgiveness is a whole lot easier when there's a great apology.